Hello and welcome to my channel. I thought it would be kind of fun to choose my June manga TBR ahead of time. I read 14 volumes in May, so I think I'll choose 15 volumes for June, although it doesn't mean that I'm going to read all 15 or that I'm even going to read the ones I happen to choose. I think I'll just read whatever I feel like reading, and hopefully some of the ones I choose today are the ones I end up reading. But let's get started. So this is where I keep my little cards. Ooh, how exciting. First one is read a 7 Seas series. Next is read a Kodansha series. Number 3 is focuses on villains. Ooh, this is a difficult prompt. I'm not sure. Then it's read a Yen Press series. Get from the bottom. Next is retelling or adaptation into manga. Then read a manga with blue on the cover. Featuring manga or other otaku culture. And contemporary / slice of life. Let's see, how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, I need 7 more. Next is name in the title. Ooh, I'm not sure if I have any. We'll see. Okay, 6 more. And next is read a Viz series. Then continue reading a series. I like this one because I can choose whatever I want pretty much. Well, sort of. I guess I can't really start a new series. Then read an omnibus. Let's see, next is main character who transforms. Let me count because I lost count already. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, need 2 more. Really get in there. Read a sequel. Nice. Nice easy prompt. And then manga with a number on the title. Ooh, exciting. So now I'm gonna go look for manga that fits the prompts. Okay, I have chosen my manga. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't that easy. I did have some trouble with one, so I had to choose a different prompt, and I'll tell you which one when we get there. So first up, the prompt manga with a number on the title. I chose I'm Standing on a Million Lives by Akinari Nao and Naoki Yamakawa. I have no idea what this volume is about, but I am excited to read it. Then, for the prompt, read a sequel, I decided to continue Ore-sama Teacher. So I'm continuing with volume 7, and this is the last volume I own before they go out of order. I don't know why I bought them out of order, but I used to do that. I've learned my lesson since, sort of. So I still need to get volumes 8 through 13 because I think the next volume I have is 14. So I might end up I might end up having to add more unread volumes to my already very, very long TBR, but I really want to continue this series. Then I have main character who transforms. For that I chose DMC Detroit Metal City. The reason I chose this volume is because this character, the guy is usually a pretty normal kind of mild manner kind of guy, but once he puts on his costume for his death metal band, he transforms into this like awful guy, kind of demonic and crazy and evil and just awful. Then for Read an Omnibus, I chose Blood Lad Volume 3. I think it's an omnibus, I'm not sure, but it's hefty like one, and I think there's like 2 volumes in one, I think. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm counting it. For continue reading a series, I chose Holic Volume 2 by Clamp. I love the artwork. Clamp is just, I don't know, they just have the most beautiful artwork ever. I love it. Have you ever read this series? I don't really hear people talk about it. I know it's kind of old, but still, it's so beautiful. I feel like most people should be talking about it still. I don't know, maybe not, maybe, because I remember loving the anime, but maybe the manga is a little different. Next is Read a Viz series. Death Note. I think it's time I read Death Note. I have read this volume before, but that was back in like 2008 when I first started collecting manga. Death Note was either the first or second series ever that I started collecting, and I loved the anime, but I couldn't get through this. It was kind of hard. It wasn't that fun, so I never continued. I continued collecting it, I just never read it, and I think it's time I read it. For the prompt name in the title, I chose Sayonara Setsubo Sensei. Setsubo is his name, and I believe the translation is like Mr. Despair or something like that. It's funny, but if I remember correctly, it's not that funny. It's kind of dark at times. I don't know. It's a weird one. I'm excited to read it. I have read this volume before, but it's been years and years since I read it, and it's also been like probably over a decade since I watched the anime, which I do recommend. I remember loving it. Next up is Contemporary Slice of Life. So for that, I chose School Rumble Volume 2 by Jin Kobayashi. I love School Rumble, the anime. It is hilarious, and I highly recommend it. And I'm excited to get into the manga. I'm also trying to collect it, and I'm having some luck with some volumes, but not all of them. For the prompt featuring manga or other otaku culture, I chose Complex H. I believe this woman, she's like either in her 30s or 40s, and she's a cosplayer, so it kind of explores what it's like to be like a cosplayer who is older in like a sea of cosplayers with like really young ladies, and does she still belong? Should she still be doing it? That sort of stuff. So I'm excited to read it, because I am an older I'm 33, so I am an older, I guess, manga anime fan. So I don't know, maybe I can relate to this. Although I don't really feel like a pressure or an issue to be a fan at my age, but I don't know, maybe other people would look at me and think I shouldn't be a fan, I should grow up or something. I don't know. Next up, read a manga with blue on the cover. I chose Noragami. Even though the only blue is here on the title, it's still blue on the cover. I'm counting it. This is a reread, but it's been so long since I read it that I don't remember it, and I do want to continue the series finally, so I am counting it and rereading it. Next, for the retelling or adaptation into manga, this is the prompt where I couldn't find anything. I don't think I own anything. I think the only volume, the only series that would have fit this, I've already read. So I don't have anything. Therefore, I chose a different prompt, and I chose BL or GL manga. So I chose 10 Count Volume 2 just to continue it. This is the last volume that I own. It's not the last volume of the series, I don't think, but it's the last one I own. And it's nice and wrapped, which means it probably gets a little spicy in here, which I guess I'm looking forward to. I just hope it's consensual. Please be consensual. Then for Rita Yen Press series, oh goodness, I decided to go with Monthly Girls no Saki-kun Volume 10. This is the last of this volume of this series that I own. I think, I might have already ordered volumes 11 through 13. I think 13 might not be released yet, so it'll be a while before I get them all, since Right Stuff takes a while to ship your pre-orders and all of that. So I'm pretty excited to read it. I love this series so much. Next is Focuses on Villains. I thought I was going to have trouble with this one. Well, I kind of did. But I figured I could read One Punch Man Volume 18. I haven't read it. And, I mean, the cover features very prominently the villain, the main villain, I guess. I forget his name. Is it Godo or something like that? Garo. There you go. So, I'm excited to read it. And I forget this kid's name. But I like him. I like these characters. So I'm pretty excited to read it. I just hope that I can remember the previous volumes, because it has been a while since I last read One Punch Man. We're getting to the end. Next is Ride Kodansha series. And for that I chose Volume 5 of Otakoi by Fujita. Oh my gosh, second to last volume. I'm excited for the last one, but also very sad. But ooh, I'm gonna take my sweet time with this one, because oh my gosh, I love this series so much. I highly recommend it. And I'm sorry I'm not telling you what the series are about, but it is midnight and I am tired and I'm trying not to be too loud. And also, for some of these I just cannot remember what they're about, or I don't know what they're about since I've never read them before. And next is Read a 7 Seas series. And for that I chose Yokai Rental Shop Volume 1 by Shin Mashiba. And I have no idea what this volume is about, but the cover is very intriguing, looks cool, looks right up my alley, and I hope it doesn't disappoint. Well, that is it for my June manga TBR. Hopefully I get through all 15 volumes, or it will be even better if I read more than 15, but who knows. Well, thank you so much for watching. Bye!